Hello everyone, myself Rahul Gupta from Infini Institute of Program Management, Pune, Maharashtra. I am from 8th batch and we were given a task to go on a market survey to find out the rates of the construction material, how they are being handled in the industry, how the retailers, dealers and on the side they are handled, what is their general pricing, how they are delivered, what is the credit pricing of those materials and all. So we prepared a report and a presentation over it, and now I am going to tell you about the materials that I personally visited to retailers and have surveyed them. Starting with, we are going to start with the flooring, tiling and sanitary fittings. Now starting with the tiling, the name of the retailer was Ankur Sales. Now their rates are as follows and their varieties are as follows too. First we are going to cover vitrified. They come in the variety of these companies: Sarah, Q-Tone, Varmora, Simpolo, Frank, Prince, Raz, Kazaria. The sizes are respectively 2x2, 4x2, 2x1, 1.5x1. These all sizes are into feet. As you can see, the number of pieces per box keep increasing and decreasing depending upon their sizes. The price is starting from 50 to 60 rupees per square feet and goes around 200-300 rupees per square feet for luxurious projects. Coming under it is ceramic. The companies providing ceramic tiles are also same. The sizes which they come in are 2x1 and 1.5x1. Similarly in the feet, starting from 40 rupees per square feet to the highlighter that is given. The highlighter is the middle strip that is provided between the ceramic tiles, like in kitchen and bathrooms. The highlighter price goes around 60 rupees per square feet. Now there are some ready-made steps. As you can see, in some projects they are using ready-made thread and riser for the staircases. For these ready-made steps, and these are ready-made steps made in granite. The company which is providing them is Donato, which comes in the sizes of 2x2 and 4x2 and goes around 150 to 200 rupees per square feet. As we know, many people want wooden flooring in their flats, but we also know that wooden flooring has high cost and a high maintenance cost, so that the tiles industry has introduced wooden flooring tiles. These tiles come in the pattern of woods of different kinds, and the companies which are providing are Sarah, Q-Tone, Varmora, Prince, Rak and Kazaria. The highest price is bid by Kazaria and the lowest price goes for Simpola. These also come in the same size as vitrified. Already have shown about 2x2 4 piece per box, 4x2 2 piece per box, 2x1 5 piece per box and 1.5x1 6 piece per box. These all lengths are in feet. This price is starting from rupees 95 per square feet and goes around 400 to 500 rupees per square feet. Starting from the sanitary fitting, first we have Indian water closet from the company Sarah of rupees 1000. These water closets are provided in numbers. Okay. Second comes is the Western commode, come into the company by Perriware, Sarah, Jaguar, and these are also provided in numbers and their price is respectively 5000, 5000 and 7000. Next come is under wash basin provided by Perriware and Sophie of respectively price of 3000 and 1000. Coming to the bathroom fittings, first comes the CP fitting set and it includes with one mixer, one shower, one bib cock, one pillar cock and one sink cock. These all are included in the CP fitting set and are provided for the taps which have a technology of mixer of hot water and cold water. The company which provide the CP fitting set is Sarah, Jaguar and Perriware, and their price goes around 10,000 for Sarah, 11,000 for Jaguar and 9,000 for Perriware. For information, I would like to tell these all prices are excluding GST. If the price including GST will be 18% on every unit you buy. Moving forward, if we are not going to buy a CP fitting set in full, then we can buy their parts in these forms. Like bib cost for Jaguar goes around 1200 rupees, pillar cock for Jaguar goes around 1200 rupees, stop cock used in the water tanks for Jaguar goes around 500 to 600 rupees, the shower unit goes for Jaguar about 1500 rupees, mixer by Jaguar comes in the 3500 rupees, and jet spray, also known as faucet spray, which is used sometime in the toilets, come in two components with a pipe and another with a jet, of Jaguar goes around 2000 rupees and 1800 rupees. 2000 for the jet and 1800 for the pipe. Moving forward, the details provided by the retailer, how they handle the material, how much they penalty charge if the credit is not paid. The information are as enclosed. The handling charges are included into the prices given above. The transportation charges are also inclusive. Generally, it is informed that if the transportation is within the Pune limit area, the transportation charges are not applied, but if it has to go out of the Pune region, then the transportation charges are included with extra amount. The government taxes, as I already told, 18% of GST is included. Storage, the company to client. This shows that they have a connection with the company and with the client. If they are provided with any contract from the client, they directly contacts to the company and company transport the material to the site of the client. The wastage that they go under is 5% wastage for tiles and 1% for sanitary fittings. At sanitary fitting comes in number and do not face many wastage, but the tiles faces many wastage due to poor handling and poor transportation. Second comes the application of material on site. It is well known, they are used for flooring, and now in the trend they are used on the walls too. With the help of a bonding chemical which is applied on the wall after hacking, the tiles are pasted on the wall. They act also as a waterproofing agent. The purchase order which they get is generally in the form of calls from the client or in order personal meeting at their own shop. The procedure for billing is very easy. They have a credit based system for 30 days whatever amount of tiles they have buy, and if they have a penalty charge of 1 rupees per square feet if the money is not paid under 30 days. Coming second, they have their another shop right beside them with the name of Bade Granite and Marble. They are also retailers, and they mainly have a selling of, first of all, is granite. Granite is starting from 70 rupees per square feet to 250 rupees per square feet depending upon type of the granite you are buying. Another that is used in flooring is marble, which are used in generally luxurious project. Now marble is also sometimes used on the walls with the same technology, and marble prices goes around 70 rupees to 250 rupees per square feet. Two very famous marble which are used in general project are steel grey and super black. Generally steel grey goes for as a counter in the wash basins and kitchen. Now the labor charges for the finishing work of these granite and marbles. As we have mentioned, for the chamfer 15 rupees per meter is applied. I am going to show how the chamfer is provided. The chamfer is provided into the tile in this way. This corner is chamfered from its edge. Second comes is the full round, which goes around 35 rupees per meter, and it goes like this. If you have a thread, then full chamfering will be done at its edge, and it goes like this. Now comes the half round, which goes 25 rupees per meter, and its shape is something like, it gives a half round shape to the marble or granite as used. And next is the edge polish, which is generally used if the granite or marble is being used in the counter. The edge polish is used to give it a rich look. Moving forward, the handling charges which are inclusive into the rates, the transportation charges are also inclusive into the rates, and if the transportation is to be done outside Pune, then the extra charges will be applied. The taxes which are applied are similar to the tiles, which is 18%, and the storage, for storage they have their own go down where they do cutting of marble and granite, and also provide ready-made cuts and ready-made cuttings in marble and granite from their go down. The wastage is around 2 to 3%, mainly due to the cutting and polishing. Again, the application of material on site is similar to used in flooring, slab counter, wash basin, sink, kitchen, slab, etc. Therefore, purchase order in a similar method is on calls or in the client's meeting at their site or at the shop. The procedure of billing is similarly the credit basis of 30 days, and if the payment is not done on the time, they have a penalty charge of increment of ₹1 per square feet. They don't have any minimum order quantity. They provide it in an open basis, but if the quantity is very low, then client has to bear the transportation and unloading charges on their own. So the second topic that we are going to cover today is door and windows fitting, which generally cost under the estimation of finishing works. Now the retailer that I surveyed was, the name of the manufacturer is Mahalakshmi Hardware Store. He was a retailer for the companies as Gold Locks and Godrej. Now I am going to cover the item that I use in the door fittings and the windows fittings, their name and their variation that is used of their name on the sites by the labels. Okay, starting with there comes the L drop, also known as Tadi by the labels. There the rod variation, the dia of the rod for the L drop comes into the variation of 12 mm to 16 mm, and the price goes around 200 to 500 per piece. For your clarity, I will show what I am talking about, like this is an L drop, and the rod variation which I am talking about is the dia of this rod. I hope you must have understood about the L drop and Tadi. Moving forward, the second thing which varies about the L drop and Tadi is its sheet variation. For showing sheet, I must show the L drop that is generally looks like this. The handle through which you drag and in and out through its hole is this. This is known as sheet. Now it also comes in different variation of 3 mm to 4 mm thick, and its price varies from 150 to 300 depending upon the company you are buying from. Next comes the bearing hinges. Now bearing hinges come into various sizes, as because bearing hinges are used in cupboards, windows, doors, and somewhere in the wooden boxes also. Now the variation which goes like is 3 inch price goes around 35 rupees per piece, 4 inch 55 rupees per piece, 5 inch 65 rupees per piece. Now there are some special type of hinges which are provided in the dual leaf door or in the windows and in the boxes, which are L hinges goes around 70 rupees per piece, W hinges goes around 90 rupees per piece, and the ball bearing hinges, which are the costly one and generally used in doors, are the 75 rupees per piece. Generally the ball bearing hinges are used in the luxurious projects as they give a rich look around the door. Moving on to next, we have door handle. Door handle sheet comes in the variation of 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, and its prices goes around 15, 25 and 30 respectively. Let me show you how the door handle of a door looks like. I believe you all have witnessed the door handle on the doors of your homes and offices. This area is known as the sheet which I am talking about, and it's come into the variation of 3 to 6 inch, and I have pricing as I have told. The door handle for the glass doors is also come in rods. Let me show you. The attachment of this door handle is something like this, and the dia of the handle changes subsequently from 12 mm to 16 mm, which price varies from 80 per piece to 90 per piece. Okay, moving forward, the next thing under our doors fittings is tower bolts. Now the tower bolts came into the variation of 10 mm to 8 inch and 9 mm 8 inch variation. Now here the 10 mm and 9 mm is the dia of the tower bolt. You must have seen in your homes the tower bolts goes like this. So the dia of this rod comes into the variation of 10 mm to 9 mm thick, and its price varies from 110 to 95 rupees per piece. Now the next topic which we are going to cover is the door chains. Generally door chains are used in the hotels. We all must have visited hotels and look at these door chains. Generally their variation is 2 mm and 3 mm of the chain thickness that is provided on the door, and the prices is 35 rupees per piece for the 2 mm chain and 65 rupees per piece for the 3 mm chain. Now talking about the door stopper. we can see the buffer or solid data, or also known as GUT2 on the side. The size varies from 1 to 6 in dia and size. As we go on from 1 to 6, the dia of the solid data keeps on increasing. It goes from 2 to 12 rupees depending upon their sizes per piece. They are generally used for as door stoppers at front of the doors. Seventh point is the magnetic door catcher. Now, magnetic door catcher is generally used in the luxurious project as it holds the door attached at the back of the wall and at the back of the door. They comes in two variation of stainless steel and the plastic shown here. The stainless steel goes around 90 rupees per piece and plastic one goes around 50 rupees per piece if the project is luxurious. Generally, stainless steels are preferred as they have a much richer look and have a less maintenance, whereas plastic ones get deteriorated quickly. Coming to the windows fitting, at the 8th we have the slide window lash. Now the slide window lash you have seen in the aluminium glazing windows that at the corner to lock the window there is a side lash on it. Its price generally goes around 60 to 30 rupees per piece depending upon the size and the thickness of window lash. Coming to the door locks, there are two types of door locks generally come into the two types. One is the mortise lock set and other is a cylindrical lock. In the mortise lock set, there are two locks provided simultaneously, one below the other. One is a thick and other is a thin one to provide. One is for the permanent lock set if you are going outside, and other is a general lock which keeps the door shut. The price goes around for the mortise lock set is 850 to 300 per piece. The cylindrical lock has the locking mechanism of a cylinder which goes in and out of the wall. These are used in labs generally for having a better security, and its price goes around 650 to 1500 per set. Coming to the door closer which are provided at the back of the door, and its price goes around 300 to 425 per piece. Other from the windows fitting is the windows glass runner on which the windows slide along the edges. It's coming to the tooth thickness 6 inch that goes around 15 rupees per piece and 8 inch which goes around 20 rupees per piece. For clearance, let me show you how does a window glass runner looks like. This is a window glass runner with a mechanism of wheel below it which helps the windows to slide along. Second thing which are used generally in both doors and windows are the screws to have them attached. Comes from 13 mm length and 4 mm dia and 6 inch length to 6 mm dia. Their price goes around 65 box has 100 pieces and 190 rupees box has 100 pieces. 13 point is the door fitting kit inclusive of all mentioned above. Of the door fittings that I have mentioned right now, they are all included in the door fitting kit. The company which I have surveyed were the LG and the span. The LG door kit goes for 950 and span goes for 850. Generally in the societal projects and the residential real estate projects, door fitting kit is generally in the residential projects of real estate. The door fitting kit is preferred because it has included all the door fittings and it's come in the less prices than if they are bought separately. So for LG, the price goes around 950 per kit inclusive of all the door fittings, and for the span it goes for 850 for the kit for the all door fittings. Now there is a note which is very important to see, as I have written, all prices are for stainless steel material. For brass alloy material, every price will have an increment of 30% in their price. This is a thumb rule which is provided by the retailer to us. As we know that there comes in a two variety of stainless steel and brass alloy. Brass alloy is much more heavier and sturdy than stainless steel, so they have a 30% increment of price in it. Now the handling charges for the retailer was inclusive into the rates. The transportation charges the clients have to bear them, whatever the transportation charges where they have to be transported. Again, the 18% GST is applied on all the rates that I have provided. For the storage, they have their own go down and store, and the large order is directly delivered from the manufacturing company to the client side. There generally is no wastage, and if there is any wastage, the shopkeeper or the retailer has to bear them. Generally they are used for the windows fitting and doors fitting. Sometimes they are also used on wooden boxes if such requirements come on. The format and procedure for their purchase order, they have a similar format for the purchase order, either it's in person meeting, either on calls or on the site visits. The procedure of billing, they have a no credit policy, and for every order the client has to pay 20% of sum in advance and remaining after the delivery. They don't have any minimum order quantity. That would be all from the door fittings and windows fitting. Thank you.